All right. Welcome to the Linking Slinkies podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And me, Al.
Just a couple of mates who thought we were pretty funny in high school and need an excuse to catch up now that we're old dads with busy schedules.
We catch up every week to discuss the good old days, as well as what's going on nowadays in our lives. So if you're into intros that we haven't got right yet, then this is the podcast for you.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday from 0800 hours. And remember, never try to fix your mate's Slinky.
We're back again, episode 15 this time. We did it, mate. We did it.
We did every week.
I can't not say it.
We didn't expect to get past one.
I know.
I thought we were going to have 7 pilot episodes, to be honest, over a few years.
I'm really happy, mate. I think we're doing well.
Yeah,
getting there.
exceeded.
15 episodes. That's a fair bit of content, mate.
Yeah, and it'd be number 13 in Australia, like after 10 of them.
It's fantastic. And if you're listening at Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we're on YouTube as well, where you can see our beautiful faces as well, which has been interesting. Had some feedback about that. We look good. It's nice to watch us as well.
We look good, do we?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I've had some feedback that hasn't been
really?
good.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I had I think last episode or the episode before, I can't remember, but something happened with my eyes and then I just could not stop blinking.
Oh, yeah.
They were watering and I just could not stop blinking. And anyway.
That's weird.
Now I'm thinking about it, my eyes want to blink. Huh?
I'm holding, for the listeners at home, I'm holding up some eye drops. So I actually went and got my eyes tested last week. So I thought I needed glasses again because every year, apparently I'm slowly declining and just falling apart that I thought I'd need glasses. And I got my eyes checked and she's like, your eyes are just dry. You don't need glasses. Just put some drops in and go away. So I was like, all right.
Oh, wait.
Like, I've got real sensitive eyes to light, so if a camera flashes in my eyes, it feels like it reflects off the back of my skull. It's just a boom, and then I got this white light, and I also get migraines as well, which I think is a bit related to it, which is why I thought I needed new glasses. But basically, she's like, "Oh, go try some eye drops." So this is the first time I guess I had eye drops as a kid when I had conjunctivitis, but this is the first time I've tried eye drops that lubricate your eyeballs. So
can you put them on camera
right now? All right,
but can all the listeners and watchers?
I'm going to cry for 5 minutes. You got to talk though, mate. Talk. Right, let's talk you through. Listeners through it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Alex is wearing an orange hat that looks like a pumpkin. He's also snorting the drops. All right. Here we go. He's peeling the eyelid back. He's sitting back. How many? 1 drop, 2 drops?
I tried 2.
2 drops. All right, first eye's done.
Missed it.
Second eye's done. Yeah. Did you just do an extra bonus shot?
Yeah. That makes my eyes feel gross.
Does that make your eyes feel lubricated?
The person complaining about you blinking is going to be watching me having a fit. Perfectly normal now.
Yeah.
Perfectly good.
Yeah, I'm so glad my eyes are lubricated.
What other podcast takes you through eye drops?
I don't know.
And now your eyes are itchy, see?
Yeah, now it's passing on to me.
It's always the way. It's like when someone says your head's itchy. Oh, got nits. You got nits. Well, we don't know what that's like anymore because we're bald and got no hair. But when someone says your head's a bit itchy, it's itchy and you can't not scratch your head from nits.
Yeah.
From munies.
Yeah. You know which podcasts don't show the eye drops? The successful
all of them?
ones.
Oh, yeah. Define success, mate.
It's not define success. Yeah, that's true. Well, all our metrics are showing that we're successful, so
that's it. Successful to us. Anyway, besides getting eye drops, mate, I haven't done anything all week since we last did a podcast. Just worked.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything. Just been lazy. Doing literally. I was just trying to think before, what the hell did I do last week? And nothing. I've got nothing.
Just clean shit up off the floor that Millie decided to leave there.
Yeah, it's just I'm sick of cleaning literal shit. Because yeah, that's right. I Snapchat to do that.
Yeah.
So I take my daughter's nappy off for 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes. I take it off in the lounge room and let her walk nudie for 2 minutes, and then I pick her up to put the new one on, not even realizing she just took a big shit on the floor and halfway down her leg. So I put her on our couch to change her, and I looked down and I was like, "What? Oh God!" I get shit all over my hands, all over the couch. There's a big turd, like it's this big on the floor, and I'm like, "Oh my God." 2 minutes. I swear to God, it wasn't even 2 minutes. I got the nappy ready for the new one, and she already shit on the floor.
I don't need that nappy anymore, then, do you?
Yeah. I don't even care about getting poo on me. I've been through so much poo and whatever. It's on the couch. Poo on the couch. Not that we have a good couch. But I've been covered in everything. Poo, spew, whatever. It's constantly covered in
everything
crap.
ending in you.
Everything. And pee.
I think you need like drains in the house so you can just like spray the house out. Like everyone goes to bed and you just start spraying the house down.
A slaughterhouse or a butcher shop.
Cora vomited in my beard yesterday.
Oh,
just right in the beard.
How? Not in your mouth?
No, not in the mouth. No, I was just holding her and just right in the beard.
I love those videos of like new dads where they're holding up their baby and like ha 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 ha, and then the baby spews and it gets in their mouth.
You know, I love a spew video too.
I love a spew video.
Most of our YouTube or TikTok shares are just people vomiting.
There's this one guy and his girlfriend or wife is really sensitive to making the spew noise. So go, "Oh, hey babe, how was your day?" And she'll walk in and go, "Don't do it, don't do it." And he starts going, and then she goes, and she can't help it. It's like a natural reaction. I feel like I'm just triggering every headphone user right now.
There's just something so funny about watching someone throw up. Like the panic in their eyes when they realize they're throwing up. The effort, like it comes from your feet all the way up. There's just something really funny about watching someone throw up.
Spewing and farting. I don't care how old I am. There's nothing funnier than a fart. Farts are just funny. I don't care. There's nothing funnier than a fart. It's just funny.
It's just funny. It's just funny.
Never gonna get old. Anyway, I love a good fart and a spew. If you can send me a spew fart video, I'll climax.
You've got me.
So that's all you did all week? Get spew in your beard?
Yeah, pretty much. Like still navigating the old back.
The old
back. What else have I done? Just really behind this week in everything. Just trying to catch up. What else? No, that's it, mate. Nothing interesting.
That's all right. I am really addicted to my phone, mate. I'm really noticing it. So back in the day, I used to come home and just put my phone on the kitchen bench and leave it. But when I got a newer phone, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Look, Snapchat looks better. I can do all these other new features on it. And I just fell down to I've been addicted to my phone nonstop. I just can't, I'm getting the point where I close down an app and then reopen the same app. Like I'm going through Instagram, then I think, oh, I'll open up another app, close it down, and just reopen Instagram. I'm like, didn't I just look at this? Oh, well. And just keep looking through Instagram.
Yeah.
Same with TikTok. I'm just watching TikTok after TikTok after TikTok. I don't know what to do, man. I am so addicted to my phone. I could not go a day without my phone anymore. And I used to be really good with my phone, not using it, not whatever, just putting it down and just using it as a phone, make a phone call, do a text. But now there's so much shit on phones that just hook you. It's got me. I don't know what to do.
Gotcha.
Are you addicted to your phone? How often would you look at your phone?
Oh, I'm on my phone all day, every day.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really bother. It bothers me sometimes, but it doesn't really bother me because it's just like, what else? Like businesses on there, friends are on there, or something I have to get done is on there. So like it's a good tool, but I do like, when I've gone camping and turned the phone off, or if you're out for dinner with friends or something and you've left your phone in your pocket and that sort of thing. I do like those moments without a phone, but the times where I am using my phone, like I feel I'm using it for a purpose of I need to communicate with someone, I need to get something done, or doing something like talking to a friend or something like that, or snapping you, mate.
Yeah, but I guess no one's gone, oh, I've been a week off my phone, I feel horrible. Everyone's like, oh, I haven't looked at my phone for 3 days, I feel great.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I guess you can. And I'm not saying it's all bad. Phones are bad. Damn kids these days, and their phones. Yeah. But I guess you could use that time for something else. Like I could be learning a new song on guitar. I could be, I don't know, reading a book. I haven't read a book ever. Reading a book. I don't know. What do normal people do?
Read a book on your phone.
Read a book on my phone. But then like the notification pops up. I'm addicted to the notifications. Like I'm constantly checking. No one messages me. I'm just constantly looking for notifications. It's just constant.
Just refreshing them. Someone will message me soon.
Please message me. But I do enjoy a phone call. So back in the day when you used to drive a lot, we used to call each other on there's nothing better. And I love to call people on my drive home, because I'm bored as fuck and I want someone to talk to, but no one else wants to talk. I try and call my cousin every week. He never picks up. He picks up once every 5 calls. Pick up my phone calls, Harry. But I'll talk to Garth. Garth will answer my phone call, or you will answer my phone call. But no one else will answer a phone call. No one wants to talk on a phone. Is that just our generation? It's just like, oh my God, my phone's actually talking to me.
Yeah. If I don't know the number, like I'm worried they're going to ask me something I don't know the answer to.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just leave a message and I'll get back to you. Also, leave a message. I'll decide if it's important enough to get back to you.
Or if it
could be a text message. But if a friend calls me, I'll generally answer. There's been times like my busy time is when you're knocking off work. So there's been a couple of Fridays I haven't been able to answer, but I do miss those days.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
we would organize our day so we could knock off at the same time.
Yeah.
So that we could, what time are you finishing today? Yeah.
This is pretty much the step up from that. This is generation 2.0. Our phone calls have just turned into our podcast now. But I don't know. If you're listening to this or watching us on YouTube, send us an email, because I want to know where everyone's at in terms of phone calls. I think it's a generational thing where my mum will still call and stuff, and she calls her brother every week. I haven't spoke to my brother in forever. I haven't called my brother I probably never called my brother on the phone.
Can we call him right now? Let's
Hook it up. Probably working.
Do we have a guy like over in a sound room, like called Tim or something? Hey, Tim, get him on the call, man.
Yeah. Producer, that's what we need.
The odd thumbs up and the wave.
I'd love to do phone calls on the pod. We could do prank calls as well. Used to be the king of prank calls.
We used to love prank calls, but I was thinking like, now that we're putting it out on a podcast, like we're not just doing it and then giggling and then going to bed in our slumber party. We're actually putting it out. So do we have to call them back and say, hey, thanks, you're on the Howie and Al podcast, the Linking Slinkies, thanks for doing that. And then they go, no, I don't want to be on there, but it was a genius prank call. What do we do then?
I think if it's anonymous, it doesn't matter. Like if you're calling Pizza Hut and Steve picks up from Pizza Hut, it's fine. But if you're calling your cousin, I think it's a good idea to call them back after and go, hey, we got ya. I don't really have herpes or whatever, and pranked ya. I'd love to do a prank call.
I want to go through the phone book. Are phone books still a thing?
A phone book? No. Are they?
No?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw a phone book at my door. Maybe you used to get a phone book every year.
Yeah.
Surely not.
No.
Surely not.
No, we've never got a phone book since we've lived here.
Okay, maybe.
Actually, even in the old places, maybe Brisbane stopped it. I think there might have been. Imagine a Brisbane phone book. Imagine a Sydney phone book. Did they do Sydney phone books?
Well, they would have had to, like before.
Because the Tamworth phone book was already.
Yeah, it's massive. Yeah.
Massive. So maybe
it's filled with ads for plumbers, though.
Yeah. Maybe it was by suburbs or regions or something.
Yeah, maybe by suburbs. Yeah, that makes sense. But even that's still like, an apartment building would be our size. But we've also got like Manila and Katingal and like, all the other. I think we even have like Armidale and stuff in it as well. So
okay, yeah, it does that.
Gunnedah. So it has like a region.
Yeah. Or I was at a party a little while ago, and somebody texted their, what did they call it? Their number neighbor. So you take your number, but you change the last number on the end, and you send them a text message and see if they reply. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
We could do that.
We could do that. Yeah.
Call your number neighbor. Text your number neighbor. Send them a dick pic. No, wait, that's illegal. Don't do that.
Is it?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Probably nowadays. When has that ever worked? Have you ever sent a dick pic, like, besides to me?
No. Like, what's the point? Like, they're not very good looking. So what's the point of sending a photo of it? Like, it's the most
I feel so
unattractive thing in the world. Yeah.
Can you imagine being a woman and then just opening up your Snapchat and it's just a dick and a guy like, you like that? What girl is going, yeah, send us another one of those fucking dick pics, mate.
Yeah.
When has that ever worked?
I want to know if there's ever been a time where it has worked. If they've gone, yeah, righto.
If you're a girl listening to this and you have received a dick pic and you have liked it and it has worked, please send us in an email at linkingslinkies@gmail.com.
Yeah, and we'll get you the help that you need.
Or if you send a vag pic and that's worked, please. Unsolicited vag pic.
You would have more luck sending the photo of that shit that Millie did on the floor. And just no contact sending that to someone to hopefully get a date.
I send you snaps of my shit all the time.
Whatever happened to, hey, do you want to go out for dinner? Not just.
Now you're sounding old.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, we got into relationships before Tinder was even out, didn't we? Or it might have been just around. There was a bit of online dating, but it wasn't big. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like, oh, you met online, but it was. We're in Tamworth. There was 3 people and your cousin on there. It was like a bit weird. But I assume it's so different now to actually use Tinder where you're like going through, oh, look at that person, look at that person, look at that person. It'd be so weird. I don't know how people date these days on Tinder. Is that weird? That's weird to me.
We're in the era of mail order brides, I think.
Mail order brides, yeah. Got one of those upstairs, mate. It'll cost me money.
Do you reckon Amazon will bring that in?
Amazon.
It's a category.
Hopefully one day.
Prime delivery.
Show up in a box.
Shit.
I don't know.
All right. What else you got for me?
All right. So I just wanted to talk about, I was listening to a podcast the other day about microdosing. And I've been a fan of microdosing for years. So if everyone doesn't know what microdosing is, Google it. You'll figure it out. Microdosing, basically, it's a microdose of something that makes you try and feel better. But basically, I think you heard it on the last few podcasts. I was just feeling, we had so much shit on. We've just stressed, just angry, feeling like shit. So I started microdosing again, mate, and I'm feeling a lot better. It really, really, really does work. Microdosing is the shit. So I just thought I'd give a shout out to microdosing on the podcast.
That's why I put like a little warning thing.
No, disclaimer. I didn't say what it was. Microdosing Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this. Ready? This.
Oh, ASMR. Always wanted to be. Remember the old ads for like toys and stuff? I think I went through a period where I wanted to do that for a job of announcing the toys, but be the person at the end. It's just like not suitable for children under 12. Batteries not included. Each product sold separately. I just wanted to be that guy, not the Canberra ad. I didn't really want the Canberra ad, just the batteries not included.
I'm pretty sure that's just they just speed it up in post.
Oh, so I didn't have to talk quick.
No,
I really wanted to talk quick. I didn't want to be an auctioneer because I thought that was dumb. And I didn't want to do the Canberra ad. I just really wanted to do the toys ad.
All right, I'm going to do a live ad for Pepsi Max, and then I want you to come in at the end. Ready?
Okay.
All right. I'm so thirsty. If only there was a product to quench my thirst. Introducing Pepsi Max. Do you like Pepsi? Yeah. Do you like no sugar? Yeah. Then try Pepsi Max today.
Batteries not included. Each part sold separately. How we doing?
Good. That was all right. I actually got some requests for some more sponsors. We need to get some sponsors back. So maybe...
Sponsors. I reckon we start tagging real sponsors in our posts. Like tag Pepsi Max.
Oh, I think Pepsi Max is a bit too big. We need to set our eyes a bit smaller.
No, they've got the money.
We need to...
Once they hear that we're number 13, mate, they're not going to turn us down. Trust me.
We need a local smaller business that's cool that we like. Is there a local fleshlight repair shop in Tamworth or something? Or like something cool like that?
I don't know, mate. Ask them when you go there on Friday.
AL back for the weekly service.
The weekly the card, like 6 services free. Yes. Up to a freebie.
That'd be all right.
Yeah.
No, we'll get some sponsors.
We have to find someone who listens to our potty mouth.
We'll probably actually have
like
to
a solicitor or something.
Yeah, probably have to put some good content out too.
Yeah. And then are we going to do like some advertising? Like you checked into a gym to get a backpack. Are we going to get a photo of the backpack?
Yeah. So I walk into the gym and I read the whiteboard and it says, I guess, at Anytime Fitness, Binley. Not Binley. I was at Enogra, and we'll give you a backpack. And I was like, oh, that'd be all right. So I walk out and I'm standing in front of the sign and the chick's looking at me and she's like, can I help you? And I go, I just want to tag and get the backpack. And she's like, and she looks over at the sign. She goes, oh, yeah. And I was like, there's a huge sign that says tag us and get a backpack. And I'm standing there and she's like, oh, yeah, whatever. I'm like, fucking hell. So she wasn't the normal one there. It was like she hasn't been there long. She must have been filling in for the guy that was sick. So I did the post and I got a backpack. It was the worst photo ever of the gym. I just wanted the backpack. They gave me the backpack. Can I delete it now? Are they going to take my backpack back? Anytime Fitness. Anytime Fitness Enogra, if you're listening, I'm going to delete your stupid post and don't take my backpack down. Anyway, they can sponsor us.
Good backpack?
Yeah, it is actually decent.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Decent.
I think Facebook needs a part 2 of that story. Like otherwise it's just a gym hallway. I want to see the backpack. I want to start a petition.
Okay. I wrote in the comments though, I only posted this so I got a backpack. Does that count? So you work for a gym, right? If you had a giveaway where like, we'll give you a drink bottle if you post on social media, would you be pissed off if they deleted the post after they got the drink bottle? Honestly, like you're only doing it to get a share on social media. Would you be pissed off if they deleted it as soon as they got it?
No, like if they kept it a couple of hours, like the damage is done. You know, it's like shared around because it's not that people go to your page and like, oh, I want to find that post. It's just more that it turns up in their feed. They see Active Fitness. They only have to see it for a second, and then it's in their head. So no, probably not.
Probably not. All right, I'm deleting.
Like after you've done it, after they've got the notification, they probably haven't thought about it anymore. Like I don't see them going to check your Facebook page next week and go, hey, where's that post, Alex?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried. They're going to check it every day as I walk in.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's gone then. It'll be gone by the time people are listening this anyway.
I think you should keep it though. A little bit of.
I never post on social media.
I know. That's why when I saw the notification pop up that Alex is posted on social media, I'm like, is someone dead? Is it sharing like the funeral notice or what's this about?
I know.
Mate, we got some emails this week.
Emails, more than one.
More than one.
All right, I'm ready.
You want me to read them?
So if you're listening, send us an email at linkingslinkies@gmail.com or hr@linkingslinkies.co.
Okay. All right. So we're probably going to have to call him our shittest fan because that's what he calls himself. So he's back again.
Yep.
Yeah, his words only. Your shittest fan from Bit Shitting. Okay, you did a whole episode putting shit on bucket list and didn't once, in caps, use the phrase "fuck it list." That's genius. That is genius. I thought this was supposed to be a comedy podcast. Can we like have a filter for his complaints or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to send him to the HR department, but anyway.
Yeah, where's your podcast, bit shitting? Hey, you get on here and see how hard it is. Also, I've been to the Eiffel Tower. It didn't change my life. However, the same morning I ate the best sandwich I've ever had in my life. Some piece of shit in cafe in Montmartre. Oh, we're not French. I know there's a person listening to this who is very French that is going to get the shits about that, though. So I'm sorry. Every meal I've ever had is creamed crap compared to that sandwich. I think about it at least once a month. Wow. At the top of the bucket list is to go back to Paris solely to get one of those sandwiches. Are you allowed to put something on your list that you've already done? Who cares? Your shit is fan bitch.
See, that I get. Okay, so he's going to Paris, back to Paris to have a sandwich.
Yeah.
I would rather that than Eiffel Tower, right? That's better to me. He would enjoy that more than going to see Eiffel Tower, right?
Yeah.
I get that. That's on your bucket list. That's fine, Mitch. That's right. Bitch. That's all right.
See, people love experiences, whether it's seeing a tower, eating a sandwich, or seeing a tower whilst eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to their experience.
I wonder, he didn't even say what type of sandwich it was. How could it be that good?
Yeah, I know. All right. It's probably just Subway.
Yeah.
Like even the cheap ones, like the $5 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like just the chicken strips or the meatball.
All right. Have to be French. It'd be frog legs or something. Snail sub.
So you got another one, and their name is... No, just kidding. It's anonymous because we'll get in trouble.
Anonymous, okay.
Okay. So this person has wrote, I do agree with you and disagree at the same time about the bucket list. Okay. You're right that seeing the Eiffel Tower is very ordinary and unimaginative, and it makes you not want to grant validation of the bucket list worthy point. Seems to be just something generic that people put on their bucket list to just have something on it. Like, what do I want to experience in my life? Eiffel Tower. Everyone says it's the shit, so I want to see it too. However, I don't think that destination bucket lists are totally flawed. If you actually like traveling, then you'll for sure have a list of places your heart longs to visit in your lifetime. Good point. And that's what I think bucket lists are. Not the perspective of deathbed thinking that I wish I spent more time with family or worked less, but a wish list of experiences that you want to experience at least once in your lifetime. Very good. I like it. Some of the things on my bucket list are: try all types of art and all types of medium, excluding music and dance, at least once in my life. Live for 3 years abroad in 3 different countries. Party with Danny DeVito. Universe, please. I'm throwing it out there.
Danny DeVito.
After knowing this person, you can put Danny DeVito in your pocket and take him wherever you want. Watch the last episode of The Bold and Beautiful.
There'll never be a last episode of Bold and Beautiful.
Meet a shaman and find out my spirit animal. Low-key think Danny DeVito is my spirit animal, but we'll see. Win some cool big competition. Write and illustrate a children's book. Animate one of my crazy surreal dreams. Own a micro pet.
What's that?
Followed by an uber long destination bucket list that is not Eiffel Tower or Europe.
Oh,
very good.
Is that all?
No. And when I agree that not having to work and be debt-free is a fantastic lifestyle goal and should be pursued, it is not an experience and does not belong on the bucket list. Eiffel Tower is the most overrated destination there is. Okay.
Yes. Nice. That was a pretty solid bucket list.
It was a pretty solid bucket list. I don't mind that.
Pretty achievable besides the Danny DeVito, right?
I don't know. Danny DeVito's not up to too much these days. He might like a friend. I like that. I like the Write and Illustrated children's book. I reckon this person could do that very well.
Well, if that person's listening, I think everybody thinks they can make a children's book. So have you got many books for Corey yet?
I've got a few, yeah.
So basically, every kid's book goes like this. Danny the dog is looking for his toy. He looks under the couch. It's not there. He looks in the closet. He's not in the closet. He found it. It was in his bedroom. He plays with his toy. The end. 9 out of 10 kids' books are like that. And everyone thinks they can write a kid's book. But this is a challenge to anyone. Write a kid's book. It's not that hard. But just get it published. You just got to illustrate it. We could write a better kids book.
Oh, that's Are you shooting down people's bucket list again?
Yeah. No, mate. I'm calm. I'm calm this week. You can do whatever you want. Put it on your bucket list. I don't care. That was an episode of Black Books, my favorite show. Shout out to Black Books. Basically, they write a kid's book, and his elephant looking for the balloon, and they think because they think writing a kid's book is easy. But I think everyone thinks writing a kid's book is easy, but no one ever does it.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you can write a better kid's book than that, do it.
I can see the emails we'll get next week already.
What about a Linking Slinkies kids book? Got to start off with an acrostic poem.
It's just a slinky that tried to find its toy.
Yeah, the slinky.
They don't have to rhyme.
No, they don't have to. A lot of they are so. When you're reading, we read books every night to the girls, and if they rhyme, a book that rhymes is so much easier to get through because it flows. The cat sat on the mat. He was very fat. Blah, 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 blah. Cat. I don't know. Whatever. It's so much easier to get through than if they don't rhyme. They don't make sense. So write a kid's book that rhymes. Let's make a kid's book, Linking Slinky's kid's book, and it's a slinky that has to look for a human.
Yeah.
Where's my human? He's not behind the couch. And then he's hiding in the closet, and it'll be a joke about how he's gay in the closet.
Then we'll have a sequel where it finds its human.
Yeah.
And that human breaks it. And then its trusty friend puts it back together again.
Puts it back together again. And starts a podcast about it. No, thanks for emailing in. Send us an email at linkingslinkies@gmail.com. Send us your bucket list. That was good. So 2 bucket lists there. Revisit Paris, but not for the stupid Eiffel Tower and Hardy with Danny DeVito. See if you can top that. So I was looking on my phone the other day, surprise, surprise, on Reddit, and somebody posted in America, was it in America where weed's legal? Someone was posting, it was just a picture of like weed from dispensary, and it was weed that has been, I think it was grown and packaged and sold by prisoners. Because you know how in prison they make the prisoners work? I don't know if they do it over here, but it's in that movie where they're like doing license plates or they're making some sort of good, whatever, slave labor for 2 cents an hour and pumping out goods. So basically this weed was made by prisoners that have been in jail for weed, right? How fucked up is that you're in jail, you're making a product that's now legal to sell to people for a profit and you're in jail for that thing. This is like the ultimate irony or the ultimate catch-22 of you're stuck in prison. But okay, so anyway, can you imagine this, right? You walk into Kmart, you need to pick up some undies for your kids, right? You go to the undies aisle, you pick up some undies, and you read the thing, and it's like, oh, made by pedophiles in prison. What? What? How can you do that? Like, imagine you're in prison for something, and they're making you make a product for whatever you're in prison for.
Yeah. You're in prison for making drugs. Hey, you got a skill there. You get you to make some drugs.
Yeah.
Well, kind of makes jail no real good.
Yeah. Try onion knives.
Aren't you meant to rehabilitate them? So when they come out, all they're going to know is how to make drugs?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been watching on TikTok, actually, prisoners and ex-prisoners. They're making how they make smokes. So they give them nicotine patches and they boil green tea bags and they take the green tea out and put it with the nicotine patches and they boil it up and make smokes from it. Prisoners are crazy. They'll do anything.
Yeah, they'll do anything. Yeah, wow. Have you been to a jail? I've been to an abandoned jail. It's pretty cool, actually.
Where
the
at?
Stories in there. Maitland.
No.
And Dubbo. I think I went to one in Dubbo too.
Oh, yeah, Dubbo Zoo. Like old prisons?
Yeah, like really, really old, ancient prisons and stuff.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, just listen to the stories and like the people trying to escape what like some of them did and stuff.
Yeah, that's
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Why
this
does
one? Oh yeah.
This one bloke didn't eat for like as long as he could last, so that he could climb out the aircon duct onto the roof and jump the fence. So he lost like a ridiculous amount of weight by just not eating for as long as possible, and then just like soaped himself up in the showers and climbed through he had to get through this gap of the evaporation fan. So he had to be skinny enough to do that. And this gap was ridiculously tiny. And yeah, starved himself, got through the gap, climbed through the, like obviously it's not an aircon back there, but like the ducting system, whatever it was, got up onto the roof and then just like jumped the fence, jumped the wire.
Are you sure that wasn't
all
a movie?
Soaked up? Huh?
Sure that wasn't a movie?
No. Well, it might be.
Should be now. Let's get the rights to that.
Let's get the rights to that. And then there was this other guy who'd been there for so long and kept trying to kill himself because he had no chance of leaving, but they wouldn't let him. So he went to the bathroom. He grew his nails so long that they filed his nails because they took everything else away from him. So like he kept his nails and just chewed them until they become sharp. And then when he was on the bathroom, he slit one of his arteries using his nail and just bled to death.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Pedophile jokes and suicide jokes. Linking Slinkies podcast.
Yeah, I think he gave up too early.
Yeah. So
I would have just walked in as the guard and just as he's bleeding out, go, "Oh, we'll just about let you out."
Psych. What would you do if you escaped jail, though? That's what I always wondered. I guess back in the day, it was different because you could sort of go on the run. You didn't have to be online. You didn't have to have so much everything. You're not tracked as much. No one could ever get out of prison now and live a comfortable life. You would have to be held up in someone's house and just never leave.
Yeah, like this, you wouldn't be able to have a life, unless you lived in the middle of nowhere, but you're on camera going to the grocery store. You'd have to live nowhere near civilization and just hunt and build your own house. Yeah.
I guess that's better than being in prison, I suppose.
Yeah. It's a lot of work though.
I read once I'm pretty sure, I can't remember what country it was, but it's not illegal to escape from jail because it's your natural instinct to escape. So you don't get extra, it's oh, we caught you escaping 5 more years. I read in a certain country, I should have Googled that, but they don't make it illegal because it's your natural instinct when you're in a cage to try and escape.
Sounds like they just like playing chases.
Yeah.
We got another one.
He's soaked up. Get him. But why is jail in Australia spelled GOAL or however they spell it? You do know that?
Yeah, I know. It annoys me, but yeah, I know. I get it.
Dumb.
I think it's it annoys me. I don't know why.
Yeah, if you're listening, you didn't know that in Australia, they spell jail GOAL. Is it?
That's I think it's GAOL.
Oh.
GAOL.
Gonna Google that. We need a producer. Oh yeah, is it? Yeah, GAOL.
Yeah, because the other one's goal.
So. Oh yeah. Well, it's still.
I was confident it wasn't that.
Gail. It's like Gail.
Gail.
If you're listening from prison, send us an email.
Yeah. And tell us why, if you can ask someone.
Yeah.
In between making weed, of course. I don't want you to rush it.
Some undies as well.
Vegemite pizza?
Yeah, I don't know why I put this on the list, but apparently they made a Vegemite pizza.
Yeah, right. There's a cafe I go to that literally just has Vegemite on toast.
What? If I'm going to a cafe, is it $5?
No, it is expensive. No, it's Vegemite on Turkish bread.
How much is it?
No idea. Probably like $5 or something. That's hilarious. Even at cafes, no one can tell us that Australia doesn't have a cuisine.
Yeah, culture. Yeah,
culture. Yeah, yeah. It's if you're at a cafe, you can get Vegemite on toast.
That's insane. I think Vegemite. Yeah, I like Vegemite. You like Vegemite. You love Vegemite. You smash that shit on. But I
had
hate
Vegemite for a long time.
I can't stand it where there's that trend where it's like, oh, we're interviewing Channing Tatum. What's his Tatum?
Channing Tatum.
Whatever his name is. Anyway, they're like, here's an American. Oh, we're two Aussie radio stars. Try this Vegemite. And they jam a teaspoon of Vegemite in his mouth. And he's like, oh, that tastes bad. Haha, we like it.
Yeah.
Stop. We get it. You have to be grown up with Vegemite. We get that it doesn't taste like chocolate. It's a yeast. It's yeast. It's not like a beer, but it's yeast spread. We get that it doesn't taste good, and you spread a little bit on butter and toast. You don't put a teaspoon in your mouth. Although some people do.
Eat it out of the jar.
Some people do, but I hate it when they go to people from overseas and it's like, try this Vegemite.
Why do you guys like this stuff?
We just do.
Put it on toast. I think they did that on the Late Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, of course they did.
Where they actually did the toast and butter, and they're like, "Oh, this isn't bad."
Yeah.
Yes. Well done.
Yeah. How it's supposed to be.
It's like giving people raw chicken, going, "We love this."
Yeah.
So no, you've got to cook it first.
Yeah.
And then crumb it and put some chips and gravy with it
and sauce. Yeah. Yeah, but I just seen they made Vegemite pizza. They put Vegemite, but they had Vegemite in a biscuit, the crackers, the biscuits before. I like those. They were right. I don't mind Vegemite things, and I'm sure a Vegemite and cheese pizza. Like I like Vegemite and cheese toast.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. It's such a gimmicky thing to put Vegemite on everything. It's just, I don't know, a gimmick.
Is there a Vegemite cocktail?
I bet you there is. There's this thing called Bonox. Have you ever heard of Bonox?
No.
It's sort of like a hot Vegemite drink. Bonox. Only know that because of King Parrot.
The Bloody Sheila.
Oh. That sounds gross. Is this a cocktail?
Yeah.
All right, read it
Bay
off.
leaves, peppercorns, chili flakes, garlic, rosemary, tomato sauce, lemon juice, hot sauce, Vegemite.
What?
Bloody Mary mix, carrot juice, tomato juice, horseradish cream.
What?
Red wine, stout, vodka, and Bonox.
Bonox. There you go. There's no way that anybody's ever drank that. That's a joke. That's stupid.
It's Australia's take on a Bloody Mary.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
That's the thing you do in primary school when you mix everything in a drink and make your friend drink it.
Yeah.
These people are doing that but selling it.
Yeah, for probably $15.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I had a request come in.
Yeah.
About things that are really hyped up, which we'll get to in a second.
Okay.
All right. But first, I just want to talk about Lindt chocolate. Thoughts?
Lindt chocolate. Oh, it's like that real fancy one. Are they those circle, the soft ones?
I think they're like gold with a rabbit. Is that them?
I don't remember. I'm going to have to do great research on this podcast.
They have their own.
Everyone's like, it's this type of chocolate, you idiot. Oh, yeah. I know the ones. Yeah.
Lindt?
Yeah, those little balls.
Little golden balls. Yeah. Thoughts?
I like them. Yeah. Yeah, they're good. They've got a few different types. They got like dark chocolate and I don't know, like
interesting.
But I think they're classed as a upper class chocolate.
Yeah.
Like
so that's going to kick off the list of things that are really hyped but aren't that great. I don't mind them. Yeah. I think they're like I think it's good tasting chocolate. But I don't think you need to be 3 times the price and have your own franchise of cafes though. Like I don't think it's like it's just milk and chocolate.
Well, I would add Ferrero Rocher onto that.
Yeah.
Because that you pay $10 for 10 of them on a tray. They're good, but then they are way overhyped. Ferrero Rocher.
They're gone in no time.
Yeah. I agree with the hype.
Yeah. Okay, very good. So yeah, that brought me to things that are really hyped up but aren't that great.
Okay.
So number one on the list, growing up. You spend all time just going, can't wait till I'm 18 so I can go out and drink. You do that and you're like, fuck, I'd really just love to be spending my time at Video Easy choosing videos for the weekend instead of cleaning up my own vomit off the street.
Can't wait till I have my peas so I can finally get it. Fuel is how much? That's literally what I did. It's like, can't wait till I have my peas so I'm free. And then it's like, wait, I have to pay for the petrol in the car?
Yeah. Like everyone wants you a lift or something. You're like, oh. More like, can't wait to move out. I'm leaving as soon as I can. And you're like, I have to pay for water? But I can just get this from the river.
Electricity isn't free? My mum was right. Bananas go off in 2 days? What? Yeah, growing up sucks.
Growing up. So growing up was number one.
Yeah, I agree. I think every kid is like, once we're a teenager, we can do this. And then every teenager's like, once we're out of school, we can do this. And then once we have a job, you can do this. And then one day you're 30 years old, sitting in your office job, paying your mortgage, watching your rotten bananas on the bench top going, fuck.
Paying for a house that you're never at because you're too busy trying to earn money to have that house, but I'm never at the house.
Paying for Lindt chocolate you don't even enjoy.
This isn't even that good. Why do they have a franchise of cafes? Like I always thought it was just like this chocolate fountain in the middle, and I walk in, it's just a coffee shop.
Yeah, it's just brand.
Thought there'd be like a chocolate waterfall, like you enter through a door, but you exit through a chocolate waterfall. I thought it'd be like
Willy Wonka,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, I thought there'd be like a chocolate lake, like a whirlpool. There's not even that.
Yeah,
I think it's just. Yeah. Anyway, that's how I feel.
I agree with that.
Obviously, some feelings there. Number two on the list is vacations, but not for the reason you think. Okay, vacations are really good. I love a holiday, but the issue is that I already have a house.
Correct.
I really like all this time I'm spending working and not being in the place where my house is, where I have all the things that I enjoy already set up as efficiently as possible. Now I go on holidays and I don't have any of those things.
But you can look at a big Eiffel Tower.
So I'm on the fence there because I really love going on vacation and seeing new things and experience new things. And that's really fun. But in your downtime, like when you're having a little break and having a little thing, you're like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing some PlayStation right now. Like to truly relax. So it's like you're missing something. Yes, I saw all these really cool things, but I also spent a lot of money not being at the house that I'm paying for.
Yeah, and I think we've covered a bit on that on a couple of past episodes, but I agree with you fully there. So basically, in about 3 weeks' time, we've got a Airbnb with some friends, and we're all taking all our kids. So there's like 6 kids and 4 adults, right? We got this Airbnb, and I'm thinking about this all the time. It's only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday, I'm gonna have to take the day off work. It's a 3-hour drive away, right? Trying to pack for 3 kids will take a day and a half. So we'll spend a day and a half packing, 3 hours driving there. By the time we get there on Friday night, right, we'll be so tired, right? Saturday night, it'll be fun. We'll get drunk, we'll tell stories, we'll play some games. Sunday, we drive back. That's it. It's over.
It's over.
Boom. And Emma and Billy, if you're listening, I am really excited. It's going to be fun and good. But I'm going to be sitting back at work on Monday going, shit. I feel like we talk about this.
Look forward to.
Yeah. I swear to God, we talk about this every other episode. But I'm sure other people feel this way too. Other people have got to feel this way. And I think COVID...
It's not just us. Yeah.
Due to COVID, it's made it a lot worse because everyone's thinking about that holiday and you're dying to get out. But I agree. And I agree with what you say about the comfort. So we were going to go camping. And I like camping, but you spend so long prepping for camping, getting ready, and then it's so uncomfortable where it's like, I could be sleeping in my own bed. We're just getting old, mate.
It's getting old, yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah. Okay. Next on the list was our college, university, or the HSC. So you spend all this time with that being like the be all end all. If you don't finish your HSC, you don't go off to university, like you're going to be a bum. Like that's how it kind of gets sold to you as a child is, hey, you've got to pass this exam and then you've got to go do 4 years of uni and just know what you want to do with your life. And if you don't do that, you know, you'll be a bum, you'll be nothing. The HSC, like you just have to turn up to, and then no one mentions it ever again. Like if you don't do this, you won't get a job. I've never been asked for my HSC results, ever. I don't even know where they are. University, like there's all this pressure on, you know, like university is really hard, and it is. University is extremely hard and like really stressful for people. And again, you do these assignments and you do all this hard work and like all that kind of thing. But if you get it wrong, they give you feedback and, you know, then you're stressed to fix it, but you have some feedback there. And then you get out and start doing the job that you've been working for 4 years to learn how to do. And you go, I fucking hate this job. Like, let's say you spend 4 to 6 years being a teacher and then you get out and on your first day, like little Billy says, Miss, you're a shit teacher. And you're like, I really hate this fucking job.
Back to uni.
Back to. So like, I think like it's really hyped to do all this, and then you just hate it.
So do you remember your HSC results?
No, like we were drunk most of that time and I was late to a few of them.
Anyone listening, Howie and I, we didn't go to uni as well, but basically HSC, man, that was so hyped up. If anyone is listening that's younger and about to go through their HSC or you're younger, it really, really, really doesn't matter. I've never met anyone that has ever talked about their HSC results. And anyone listening doesn't know what a HSC is. It's the final exam in high school. So basically, you're like you said, you're told if you don't pass this, if you don't get a certain thingy, blah, 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 you're going to be homeless, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you wanted to go to university, you needed to get an ATAR. In New South Wales, it was called an ATAR. So you did need to get a certain mark to get to university. But there is other ways in a university as well. There's always other ways as well. That was the other thing, like it's the only way to get in. But basically, so what happened was, with me, as straight after school, I got a traineeship with local government, which was TAFE study, which was only a couple of certificates, and working. But by the time I had my friends finishing university 4 or 5 years later, I was 4 or 5 years into a career and I was earning good money and they were just starting off. No one really cares about your qualifications that much. Like there's always ways into work if you want it bad enough. You've just got to keep trying. So if you're listening and you're worried about university or HSC, don't. Seriously, there's always other ways around it. You can always do it later as well. That's the other thing. Although I would have loved to go to university just to party.
Yeah.
Every American movie. Could join a fraternity. Yeah, do a keg stand. That'd be awesome.
Make our own fraternity. Yeah. And I just want to be clear, like if you have gone to university, like I really respect you and you've done an incredible job. I'm not belittling university. All I'm saying is I feel terrible if you've finished university, putting all this hype on it, and you now hate your job. All I'm saying is that I feel terrible for you. And I hope that you've done university and you love your job. That's all I'm saying. I'd hate if you wasted your time. Because
people get into careers and it might happen the first day, might happen the first year, might take 5 or 10 years. But eventually you're going to hate that career.
Yeah.
And I think it's more common for our generation to go career hopping. So it's more common to change a career when you're in your 30s or whatever. You can do it. Yeah. You're not stuck in the wrong career like back in the day if you're a boiler maker and you're making boils or whatever they do, and then you're just stuck making boils the rest of your life. Boiler maker, whatever they do, steel.
Just boils. Yeah, that's something I've noticed about our generation. Like the old generation is like you choose your job and that's it till you die.
Yeah.
Like I had a big thing with my parents was when I was, quitting my very, well-paid job to, go out and open my own business. They're like, no, you have to stick it out. Why do I have to stick it out? I've done this for 30 years. Okay, cool. Yeah, or like even bricklayers, like when we built a house, the bricklayers are the grumpiest people I've ever known. I'm like, I'd be grumpy too if I just had to put bricks on top of each other all day. Change your fucking job if you hate it that much.
Yeah, man. Like, so my dad was a mechanic for over 40 years at the same place.
Yeah.
My brother was a mechanic at the same place. At one point, I was washing cars at the same place. So we had the 3 Brandon boys working at the same place. And I would ask my brother, I'm like, because everyone goes, oh, hey, Al, you bloody going to be a mechanic like your old man too? And I'm like, oh, at that point, I was like, oh, I don't know, whatever. Like, you really don't know when you're younger what it's like. And I remember talking to my brother, I'm like, oh, should I be a mechanic? And he's like, fuck no, do not do this. And he was only like 30 at the time. He's older now. And he's like, oh, your back will hurt. It's shit pay. It's dumb. You got to work with shit cunts. It's all dumb. It's all shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do this. But my dad worked as a mechanic for 40 years and he never complained. He never showed up late. He's just from that generation of hard workers. He just worked and worked and worked. But you're right. So now our generation is like, I don't want to do this. 5 years into being a teacher and you realize how annoying kids are, change your job.
Yeah.
But that's the thing also with my brother. He would always complain about his job. And I'd be like, why don't you just change, man? Like, just change your job. And he'd be like, nah. You get comfortable in your job. You get comfortable. It's comfortable being at a job for years. You know the people, you know the business. It's just comfortable. Even if you don't like it, it's just this comforting. And it is scary changing jobs. So if you've changed careers, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but yeah. I'm
doable.
Just glad you can do it. It's doable, yeah. And if you're a mechanic, I feel for you.
I think there is that, like our brothers are both in that middle generation where they hate what they want to do, but they're not going to change.
Yeah, they're just in that,
But that older generation is like, I hate what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to complain because this is just life.
Well, I was thinking about this other day. My dad's dad was in the war. My dad's dad. That's 2 generations ago. Now our generation is complaining about what gender they are and whatever. That's fine. Like, I don't even want to get into that. You can call yourself whatever you want. But people complain about the smallest, whingiest shit. Or our dads were in the fucking war. Their feet were falling off because they couldn't change their socks in a trench covered in water. And we're worried about, I don't know, Netflix. Anyway.
Yeah. We have an episode on what grinds my gears.
Yeah, Lynch chocolate. Don't get me started. And my grandpa's just lost all his hair from a disease he got in Papua New Guinea, and I'm complaining about Vegemite on pizza. Yeah,
you shaved your head to look like a tranny, but he lost his hair from a disease.
And by the way, I want to backtrack. You'll find, by the way, you can call yourself whatever gender you want. I don't even care. I was just thinking that our generation of this complaining about such like cancel culture, complaining about dumb fucking shit. Like, it's just, I don't know. People just need shit to complain about. And that's welcome to the Linking Slinkies podcast, where we complain about shit, then complain about people complaining about shit.
It's okay because we do it on a platform. Yeah, okay. That's not the Facebook community page.
Yeah, but if you're listening to this also if you're listening to this at work on your headphones and you're hating your job, get up, walk out.
Yeah.
I hope someone did.
I like it. Yeah. Oh, look, it's like, it is not easy. But like, if you hate your job, do not spend any more time on it than you need to. at least like have a plan, like at least start applying for other jobs, or, study what you do want to be able to do. Like you do have to study to have a qualification to start stuff. Or, find the contact for the person at the place you want to work at and take them for a coffee and ask them questions, like something like that. People like when, you reach out to them. But, if you're sitting there in your cubicle trying to avoid doing work by scrolling through TikTok, get up and leave. And
I agree 1,000% with that. But also I remember thinking that as well. And we're not saying it's easy, because you have some people have a mortgage, some people have kids, like you've got responsibility. It's not like you can just walk out. But like Howie said, make a plan. You did it, man. You were studying while you're working your shitty job, and you fucking did it. You started your own business. So it's doable. It's not easy, and it's hard, and you have to work for it. But I'll tell you what's harder: sitting in that cubicle.
Yeah. If you're living for the weekend.
Like me.
We're going to film Alex doing this.
Yeah.
Show you that it's possible. No. But even having a plan, like, makes you excited. Like if you have some stuff, you're just like, all right, now I'm more excited. This is possible. Because you do feel stuck. You do feel like, oh, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to pay that? But like, you could make coffees of a morning whilst you find out how much you need just to get by. Yeah. And like you could work at a bar, you could work at a cafe and spend your time studying and trying to find another job. Like Definitely. You might have to live off 2-minute noodles for a bit, but it's much better than, being terrified to be called into your boss's office to be yelled at for the 3rd time in the day.
Agreed.
Yeah. Get out. Bit of a tangent there. So last thing I had is luxury items. Now this is a huge pill for me to swallow, because I like getting fancy.
I'm not gonna say a word. Put your case forward, and then I'm gonna butt in.
Yeah. Can you put that song? I put my head down, check my now. Put that in on this part for me.
Okay.
If we're allowed to. Yeah, look, we all know that Dillo's a little fancy. Like $50 on a hat, and I bought 7 of them because they made me look good. But I spend all my time going, I want that. And I work for it. Like I'm very good at going, I want that. I work for it. I figure out how to get it and I go get it. But as soon as I get it, I'm just like, all right, what's next? Like, it's just, all right, I own that now. That's done. What's the next thing? And then it's, do that 7 more times to have a rack full of hats. Or, like a fancy pair of shoes. Like I saved up for these shoes for like 6 months that were real fancy, and I got them. And I still wear them, but like that feeling was instantly gone. Like I'm just like, all right, what's next?
So this is a real thing. So I 100% agree what you're saying, and I do it all the time as well. But first of all, luxury items. This hat cost me $3. $3.
You can tell.
Great hat.
Yeah, someone died in that hat.
Not from Vinny's.
Someone died in that hat.
So I agree with what you're saying. That's where the saying, how I love my sayings. It's the journey, not the destination. So it's that, it's that the pursuit of happiness. It's not the end object that's going to make you happy. It's that journey along the way. But it also ties into having too many things as well. It happens with everything. It can happen with money. Like once people get a certain amount of money, it's meaningless. Once you have a certain amount of comfortability, money, it doesn't, it's that old saying as well. I love my sayings. Money doesn't buy you happiness. Money can buy you happiness by making you not pay the bills or be worried about your grocery bills. But having so much money isn't going to make you happy. Being able to buy 50 hats won't make you happy. And once you get a certain amount of these objects, they don't make you happy. I remember with energy drinks, right? I love energy drinks, but I love going out. I love going looking at them and buying them and finding a good special. But then we found this one shop that sells bulk. So 4 cans of sugar-free Red Bull for $3.50. I almost creamed my pants, right? And now I've got a cupboard full of Red Bull. I'm like, I don't really want this.
Want this, take it back.
Once you have these items, they're meaningless. If you want a new, piece of technology, once I get this phone, you're thinking about this phone, it's in your head, it's in this head. You get the phone, whatever.
Yeah.
Instantly, once you get that item, it's the equivalent of when you're a guy and after you jerk off, you have this post jerk off syndrome, right? Where you just sort of open your eyes and you're like, oh my God, like, what was that?
Disgusted
right?
in yourself.
Close that video off. I 100% agree what you mean, what you're talking about. It's you're building up, but I think you're also building up, you're hyping up this situation. You're hype for nothing. Yeah. It's nothing.
Yeah.
I agree.
If I get this, I'll be happy. I remember saying that as a kid, going, "Oh, this is the last toy I want," and then I'd get that. I'm like, I really want that one now.
Bored with it now. Remember that Family Guy? I'm bored with it now. Yeah.
But it's even like, Gray said, like, money doesn't buy happiness, but what money does is buys you time to find what makes you happy.
Exactly.
But even like dieting, like even for myself, like I was like, I have this goal weight in mind. Got to that goal weight, and I'm like, I was happier working for it than I was getting to it. And all that kind of thing. I would not be happy buying that hat though. Like, I am satisfied with the hats that I've bought. It's just like, I haven't thought anything more, but I haven't just sat there and stared at this hat being like, fuck yeah, I finally got it. I just put it on my head and then just went, all right, what else? What do I want now? But I think that's sometimes like important to, whilst that has negatives and it sucks that like I'm not satisfied with my hats, is that I'm always out looking for another hat. And I think that's something that, like, if you're not satisfied in your life with the job thing, you're just like, all right, I'll keep going until I am, which may never happen, but you're constantly getting better.
And just what you said there about losing weight as well, that's something, I've dealt with a lot as well, because I've gone up and down, yo-yo dieting for years and years and years and years. If you're focused on that number on the scale, and I'm sure you know this as a personal trainer and stuff, you're never going to be satisfied. If your goal's 90 kilos and you're working so hard and you're going to get to 90, you're just going to wake up. It's just like every other day, but you're slightly skinnier. You're going to have to set a new goal. And that can be fun and exciting to set a new goal and work towards it, and it's good. But it's never like, taking that bite of whatever. You're never going to be satisfied if you're chasing a number on a scale, because you'll still feel the same. You're still the same person. You might be, yes, you are healthier and you might feel more comfortable without a shirt on, or you'll look at some pitch, which is all great goals. By the way, if you're listening, don't give up on your goals of losing weight. But don't think once you hit that goal weight, you're going to wake up and everything's going to be sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, candy tops, and you're still going to have a muffin top. You're still not going to be satisfied. I think it's good to have that goal and reach it and stuff, but it's not like you wake up and see a certain number on a scale and you're going to be like, done.
It's a good target to get you started and stuff. But 90% of the people I deal with have this goal number in mind, and they get halfway and they're like, actually, I was happier when I was bigger and stronger. Can we do that? I'm like, we can. Or some people get like halfway and they're like, I'm really happy with how I look now. Now I prefer a performance-based goal. So I want to do a pull-up, and they've just forgot all about this 50 kilos they wanted to lose, because it's, it might not be realistic. They're like, look, I'm really happy with how I look now. But the number's a good target. But you're exactly right. People get to that, and 90% of the people I deal with have kept going or changed the goal once they've got there, because it's not what they thought it would be.
It's not like you wake up and you see that number and you're fully satisfied. But look, I've been there 1,000 different times with the weight on the scale and stuff. And even this year I have a weight goal, but that's the other thing. Like, I'm sure you can talk about it more, but you've seen unrealistic weight changes. So this year I made realistic changes in my diet and my exercise. So I made sustainable choices, because I'm sure you hear it all the time. I'm going to go 1,000%. I'll be at the gym 7 days a week. I'm going to eat chicken broccoli fucking 3 times a day, man. And they do that for 5 weeks. Then what happens? Burn out, and they rebound 1,000%. And then they go the opposite way. But if you just go to the gym 3-4 days a week, eat chicken and broccoli most of the time and enjoy your dessert and have a drink on the weekend, you're going to be able to do that for a lot longer than if you go, because I can't stand when people say, oh, I'm going to go all in. Look, it is fine if you're doing a 4-week challenge for work, whatever. I've done one of those where I organize one of those where it's like, you go hard in the paint, whatever, do that. But you're not going to keep that up. Making a long-term sustainable change is way better, which is what I did this year for me, and it's worked out a million times better.
So, geez, that's another topic that will piss me off, is the work 4-week challenge. It's like management's just gone, staff are too fat. If we give them 4 weeks, that'll fix the problem. So everyone starves themselves for 4 weeks and then spend 4 weeks eating all the food that they didn't eat the last 4 weeks, and they end up twice as bad. Like, I get this. This is where I get majority of my clients, whereas work does an 8-week challenge. They all get skinny and then they go back twice as much, because from, in terms of anatomy, a fat cell will never be gone. It will drain, and then it will fill up twice as quick when you don't control these changes.
Say that again, because that was interesting. I learned that a little while ago as well. So say that again.
So like fat, like an adipose tissue is think of it like tiny little fish eggs. They're kind of little cells, and they fill up full of triglyceride, is the term for fat, and they drain. So as you oxidize that energy, they drain, but the cell will never disappear. So as soon as
lose it,
you're not so losing. As soon as you start refilling those cells then go, hey, you took that away, so I'm going to grab more of that. Exactly. So they'll start to fill up twice as quick, because, like our body doesn't like change. So if you do something it doesn't like, next time, like, it kind of has trust issues, and it's just like, I'm going to take more than I need now. So that's why the consistent road is harder and that sort of thing. Like it gets the body to be okay with making these changes. Instead of just getting rid of it completely. And then all at once is that back. I hate work 4-week challenges. Like, you don't see me coming in to do your job. Please stop trying to do my job. I don't come in and start telling you how to run your meetings, and that, sales are down 4%. Stop trying to be a fucking personal trainer.
I agree. And I agree, saying that as a person that organized one of those. I think it's great that people are trying to look after their staff, but outsource it. Like, you have a job to do, as like, they paid you for 4 weeks to organize this thing. Would have been stressful for you. I think it can lead into healthy changes in your lifestyle. But if you're constantly doing this 6-week challenge, 8-week challenge, 4-week challenge, you're just stuck in a loop. It's never going to work. And listen to Howie, what he just said about the fat cell. You don't actually ever lose those fat cells unless you do liposuction or maybe some crazy pill on the black market. I don't know.
You have to cut that skin away.
You're never gonna. It's just, you're gonna reduce that cell and get it smaller and shit, and you're gonna look better and stuff. But you're not actually losing that. But that's really interesting when you said that. But I agree, man. I agree.
I did a good post the other day about cleaning your teeth. I compared it to. I'm like, there's no challenges. There's no 8-week challenge to clean your teeth. Like, if you want white teeth, good healthy teeth, like, you got to do this every day.
Yep. Like, and it doesn't mean brushing your teeth for an hour. I'm going to brush my teeth an hour every day. No, just do the 2 minutes twice a day, but do it long term. Long-term changes will out-trump any 4 to 8 week challenge ever.
People forget. People are like, it's all or nothing for me, but everyone forgets there's a nothing part. So it's everyone's just like all or nothing, and they just think it's all forever, but there's still a nothing part.
I want to add into this. Well, our podcast's coming out on Monday, but if you're listening to this and you're going to start your Monday, I've never heard that somebody say, I'm going to start my diet on Monday and been successful. You know what I did? So this time, like, I started doing keto, right? And we don't have to get into keto because BioLane will cancel us anyway. But when people say, I'm going to do keto next week, I've got some chips in the cupboard and some shit. If you start with that mentality, from personal experience, from talking to people and seeing people, it's never going to happen. You know what I did? I'm like, I started halfway during the day. I decided in the morning I had a big carby breakfast. I was like, all right, unless I start right now, I'm never going to start it. I hate the mentality of, I'm going to start it next week. Oh, yeah, I've got a big 21st coming up. I'm going to save it to after the 21st. In my experience, just fucking do it now. If you're listening, this podcast coming on Monday, 8 a.m., do it now. Like, just, there's no time like the present. If you're waiting on this change, whatever it is, diet, keto, fucking learning the guitar, it's not going to happen next Monday. You need to do it now. Like, no one's going to wait for you. Your body, if you have that mentality of doing it now, it's just going to work out better. If you want to quit cigarettes and you're going to say, oh, I've still got a pack left, whatever, quit it now. Like, just do it now. Now.
Also, a little disclaimer to people listening, please don't go do keto.
Fuck you.
This is the 6th time you've done keto. It's obviously not a sustainable change.
Ask me how long I've been doing keto.
A week. How long have you been doing keto?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. Really? I've seen you eat carbs.
What?
You just said I had a carb diet you just said I had a carb breakfast.
No, that was before I started keto.
A year ago, really?
It started in January.
Yeah,
well,
right.
so it's probably 10 months. 8, 9, 10 months. And look,
I swear you sent me a snap of garlic bread the other Saturday.
You know I have other people in the house, right?
Okay.
I haven't ate carbs for, what's that, 10 months? Now, disclaimer, I had a sugar fruit beer at your house. That's the only sugar I've had in 8 months, right? And I've had the occasional higher carb protein bar or higher carb things. But I haven't been over 20 grams of carbs a day for almost a year.
Okay.
But before you jump on my fucking neck by Elaine, mate, I started keto and I'm like, all right, I want to do this. I know it's not long term. I didn't plan to do this long term. I just kept going. Like, I went into it with the mentality I'm not going to do this forever. And keto, look, I don't even want to start keto with you, mate.
We've made this episode too long already.
Too long. We're going too long. Tune in next week for keto podcast.
No, we can't do an episode of keto. I'll get to
Yeah. Anyway, I'm happy doing keto. I've been doing it.
That's what's important.
Exactly. And I can sustain it. But if you're going into keto to lose weight, forget about it. I do keto for the mental benefits, by the way. And there is mental benefits. I don't care if anybody posted on Instagram a double blind. Look it up. Did you look this up on Google Scholar? Look, there's 4 studies saying that we gave keto to 6 people and they didn't feel good in 3 days. Fuck that shit. Fuck them.
All right, quickly.
Okay.
Quickly.
We're going to wrap this up.
From education, yes, there is some benefits to keto. 100%
Is there mental benefits to keto?
There is some mental benefits to keto. Yeah.
That's all I did keto for. That's it. Not for weight. It's 100%. We know this. It's 100% calories. 100%. Yeah. Doesn't matter what you do, it's calories. I agree with you there. Before you get into that, I'm doing keto for mental benefits. That's it.
That's right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're not wrong. I'm just saying that someone else could have those benefits and still eat a donut. That's all I'm saying. So if someone's saying, I'm not going to eat a donut ever again for the mental benefits, no, you can still have a donut and have the mental benefits. But for someone else, maybe not having the donut will give them mental benefits. So it's to the person. That's all I'm saying.
All right, mate. How fucking
long
is this podcast?
I agree with you.
Is anybody still listening?
I don't know. Do we need to put it in 2 parts?
I'm not listening. Yeah, 2 parts. I'm not even listening anymore. I don't want to listen to myself. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up. What was this episode even about?
Hyping things up.
Hyping up. Okay, yeah. So, I agree with you. I didn't come up with any. That was all how. That's great. Good stuff, mate. Yeah. So if you have things to add in that you are overhyped, I'm sure we're missing a lot. We're going to get a lot more next week. Yeah. Things that are overhyped that don't live up to expectations. Oh, I'm burping now. Send us in, linkingslinkies@gmail.com or hr@linkingslinkies.co. That's CO. And as always
never forget to fix your mate Slinky.
And do keto.